As the country reflects during 16 days of activism, rural Western Cape farm communities say the violence they face is not seasonal. It's daily, deadly, and fueled by a growing crisis of substance abuse intertwined with GBV. A 2025 Commission for Gender Equality report found that women farm workers continue to face harassment, sexual violence, exploitation, and even femicide, often in the very places where they live and work.
We had about 200 women from various rural farming areas, and specifically the day today was focused on the issue of gender-based violence, but also the interconnection between substance abuse and gender-based violence, and how substance abuse exacerbates violent behavior and ultimately is a result of gender-based violence. Although we know that there are various structural drivers of gender-based violence experienced by women farm workers and dwellers, which is landlessness, the seasonality of their work, the issue of alcohol abuse and various substance abuses on farms, and also the access to support and services.
Frank says the issue is multifaceted, rooted in long-standing inequalities on farms and worsened by police inefficiencies.
The training and the ignorance of police and also access. Farms are quite far distant, and how will women access if there are no police vans? When they call and the police officer says, oh, but we have no vehicles to come out. There is really systemic, deep-rooted challenges when we look at the justice system, when we look at the police services, when we look at the health system.
For many women, this lack of response is not far-fetched.
Ik was net 1 jaar weer oud, die tijd toen ik seksueel amper aangeraan was, maar ik net betyds wakker geskrik. Nadat ik wakker geskrik het en gevoel dat iets is reg by my nie, het ek my ma wakker gemaak en my ma het in die kamer toe gegaan en die man gevra, maar hoe doen jy dit aan my? En my ma het toe die polisie geskakel en dat het uitgekom die aand. En die next dag het my ma weer die polisie geskakel, maar die polisie het uitgekom en my ma wil toe self die saak in die hande vat.
Police acknowledge that there's a problem and say they are working to change it.
It is sad to hear that our women and our children are being neglected by an organization whose core function is to serve. It's not only the members that are non-compliant, but also the officers. When these complaints are being brought to the attention of the officers, there's an obligation on us to act. If we not act, we can also be reported to our district commissioner as well as the provincial office. Not as a punitive, but as a rehabilitative measure to bring the police officer back in terms of what they are supposed to do. We need to discipline our members to bring them back in terms of your core function is the service that you have to render.
With GBV and femicide now declared a national disaster, these women say commitments from government must translate into real and urgent action. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Nasiphi Same in Stellenbosch.